40-channel realistic. Radio Shack's got it on sale right now for only $79. I save $60. Best deal I made all year.
And realistic sure is a good brand.
TN4 on that, you can depend on realistic. They've been making it for 16 years.
The sale price 40-channel CB by Realistic. Only at Radio Shack. A Tandy company.
So welcome back. Fred up in the attic. And the video that people have most requested, which was me to go right the way back to basics. We're talking going right back when it all started in the early 80s and what people used to use. And it was just desperation in those days to get yourself on the CB radio because so many people were on, all of your mates were on, you didn't have a lot of money because mostly like me, you was at school, and it was just desperation to get yourself on air, and many people went out and bought the cheapest antenna that they could buy, which was normally the DV27, and they'd set that up in their attic, or they had a basic Magmount, and this is my original Magmount from 1982. There you go. It's a Fire Stick Magmount, and I've got that modulator whip I got from Thunderpole on the end of the Magmount there, and a biscuit tin. Yeah, a steel metal biscuit tin, and that's quite difficult to get nowadays. You'd be surprised. I looked all over the house and I eventually found this one up in the attic here. I'd kept it for some reason, and yeah, it's very difficult to get a biscuit tin, but this is what you started with up in you literally, you know, you kind of drilled a hole in your mum or dad's ceiling into your bedroom, and you just stuck a Magmount and any antenna you could sort of get really on a biscuit tin. And that's what we're going to do in this video. We're going to go right back to basics, just for the crack, just for the laugh. There's no technical reason to do this. I just want to see what it was like, if it's sort of possible. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to literally stick this on the biscuit tin in a moment, set it up, and then we'll check what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen because I remember back in the day the biggest problem that you had was getting the SWR down because you had no real ground plane. I mean, the biscuit tin secured the fire, the Magmount, but it just didn't give you enough ground plane, so you was always fighting to get the SWR down. And that's what I'm going to do again today. I'm going to go right back to how it was. Without further ado, we're going to set this up just over there by the water tank and just see what happens. Just see if I get a usable SWR. I think I'll be well into the red, but you never know. And that's it. That's as basic as it was. Literally up the loft, shove your Magmount on a biscuit tin, try and get it as high as possible there, try and keep it away from anything metal because you know that was going to give you problems. And that was it. So let's go back to the radio, going to try the 6900 today, and let's see what the SWR is. Okay, here we go. We're on channel 40 on the Muppets, on the FM block there. Don't want to key over anyone. And right, SWR straight out the bin. Oh, there you go. I've got the alarm system turned off on the radio. That is dangerously high. Yeah, that's an SWR. It's about 7 or 8. And I'll just tune down to channel 1 just to give me an idea. I think it's just purely going to be ground. There we go. It's purely going to be sort of lack of ground plane. That's what the problem is going to be. On channel 1, a little better, but about 6. Now, I could probably, if I put the matcher on, which I never had one of these in a day, really. This is what we needed. But if I switch the matcher on, what does that bring it down to? Still pretty dangerous, still at sort of 3. So, yeah, there you go. So what I've got to do now is, like I did back in the day, is find something to bring the SWR down, and that's going to be ground plane. And we used to use tin foil, would you believe? So I might go and see if I can nick a little bit of tin foil, move the antenna around, spread it out on the floor, and just see if we can get that SWR down. Been to Tesco's, got myself 10 metres of kitchen foil. There it is. Now, come on, guys and girls, hands on heart. Who never tried this back in the day when you were trying to desperately get on CB radio with your Magmount and your biscuit tin? You went down into your mum's or your nan's kitchen and you blagged all of her kitchen foil, run up in the loft, and then like Sunday of afternoon when your mum or your nan, or might even been your dad, was going to do the Sunday roast, "Where's all my bloody kitchen foil gone, you little bastard?" And you legged it because all your kitchen foil was laid out in the loft. And it does look a bit stupid, but I tell you what, this will work. It worked in the day and it will work now, often I went round a mate's house and he couldn't get his SWR down, and we nicked the kitchen floor, we laid it out just like this, and it will work. It will work as a ground plane, and it will get the SWR down. So I'm not even going to try and adjust it on the antenna here, because to be honest, we never really bothered too much in the day. I'm just going to go and check now on a 6900 and see what difference that has made, and I guarantee you that has brought the SWR way down. Okay, it's the moment of truth. Remember, we was getting an SWR of about 5 or 6, well into the red there. Let's set it up properly because it would have altered. So I'm keying up with my knees. My knees on the microphone. Oh my word. Right, here we go then. I'm hoping... Oh, mic slipped. Hang on, just bear with me. This is not easy. Okay, so there we go. Trying to keep my hand out of the shot. It's difficult. Okay, we set that to that. Oh, it's a bit sensitive. There we go. Reflected. How about that? 1.25? 1.25 on channel 40, and we'll just check it on channel 1 to see the difference. Here we go. Would you believe that? That is pretty much 1-to-1. That isn't bad, is it? And that's full power as well. Absolutely not bad. So what I'm going to do to make this a little bit fairer, all the other testing I did was on the 9900, so I think I'm going to switch back now to the 9900 and then just wait to see people coming on the 305 net, and I'll do the test. It seems to be... well, it's picking up static anyway. It seems to be receiving. Whether I can get out, how far I can get out, well, I'm not really sure. But now I've got the SWR sort of safe, I can move over to the other radio. Yeah, awesome.
Hello?
You getting me?
Yeah, who's that?
Freddie in the sheddy on a Magmount on a biscuit tin.
Hey, happy days. You're a little bit high, but you're all good. Hear every word you're saying, obviously, and that's working beautiful.
I'll see.
Yeah, Freddie, you got Mark there?
Just getting a voice pattern, Dave, right in the very back of the box. Not enough on this antenna, unfortunately. Is he getting me, Dave, over?
Yeah, I believe so. You're getting him, and you, Mark?
Sorry, Dave, not getting him. Yeah, whereabouts is he, Dave?
Let me ask Mark. Whereabouts are you? Roger, north of Stevenage, Fred. North of Stevenage. Over.
Yeah, all copied there. So north of Stevenage from south of St Albans on a biscuit tin and a modulator on a Magmount.
Roger, that ain't bad, is it?
Oh, I'll have that any day of the week. Cheers, Dave. Yeah, likewise, Dave. I've got about S6 of noise. You're coming in S7, probably a radio 3 to 4, but making the trip. It's amazing. Biscuit tin and tank. Magmount, Dave. Biscuit tin and Magmount this end. Back to you, 061 from 1664.
Yeah, literally a biscuit tin, yeah.
Sorry, Dave. Go again. Literally, it's a sweet tin. You'll see it on the video. Yeah, it's literally biscuit tin, tin foil spread out over the loft to get the SWR down. Fire stick Magmount back from 1982. I bought it new in 82, and modulator antenna. Literally a few feet from the top of the loft. Back to 061 from 1664. Roger. Catch you later, Dave.
From 6 o'clock in the morning, we give you a shout then. Cheers and beers, fellas. Have a great evening.
Right, horse.
Roger.
Can I just have a quick go over to Theo? Can you just check if he's on the channel still?
Yeah, give him a shout,
Yeah, Theo in South Mims, giving you a shout on the Magmount in a biscuit tin. You got a copy on Freddie in the shed, buddy?
Yeah, copy that, Fred. You're coming over at 5 and 7 now, 5 and 7.
Yeah, copied that, 5 and 7. Yeah, cheers, Theo. Yeah, I can hear you. Obviously, I'm not doing so well on this biscuit tin. Yeah, you're probably about 4 and 6, but I'm making the trip to you. That's the main thing, Theo. Back to you.
Yeah, roger that. The audio's quite clear, actually, and it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not getting any QRM on there, so there's something going on.
So I was hoping to get Robbie on. I think Robbie's been a little bit busy. I was hoping to get Robbie on, but that, you know, I'm amazed, you know, for a Magmount on a biscuit tin on tin foil. I'm quite amazed that worked, you know, as well as it does. Of course, you're only going to get local contacts. It's not going to get you out particularly far, and it does help using the CRT 9900. Of course, that does sort of help things, but it will work in a very limited capacity. And also another thing I've noticed, it's not so bad today, but I was getting quite a lot of noise. It was picking up a lot of sort of local QRM compared to it's not ideal, but to be fair, it did work. It got me over to 061, and yeah, it got me across to South Mims, so it would be good enough just for getting local contacts. So what can I say? So it's just a bit of fun. Nothing, you know, nothing kind of serious, this one, just a little bit of fun. The next video that I will be doing is the one where I build a dipole, and on that video I do want to try and come up with a sort of usable antenna, something that I can use rather sort of stealth-like. I think if you've watched Fred in the Shed 2, you'll see that one. I did give you a little bit of prequel on that. Let's just say that it didn't start off very well. I didn't really know what I was doing. I'm a complete beginner when it comes to making antennas. I didn't know what I was doing. I failed disastrously when I first attempted it, but you know, thanks to the good people on the 305 and a little bit of research, it sort of worked out okay in the end. But that video will be coming up. I'm a bit busy at the moment, but I'll try and get it up sort of, you know, in a week or so, something like that. But as for the biscuit tin and the Magmount, well, I'd like to say cheers. There's the old fun. Thanks very much for watching. Your views are always welcome, and take care of each other. And yeah, I'll catch you all on the next one.